Microphone is hot. Webcam is on. Round number 1 is up. Multi-stream is on. Any announcement on Facebook?
Not quite yet.
Okay. Oh, yep, there. I just got it. Perfect.
Yep, there it is. A few seconds ago.
So let me do YouTube and Twitch. Waiting for everything to load.
Now it's coming down. Look at that, Mickey.
Oh, the rain.
Mm-hmm. That's what we want.
YouTube,
So
take
we do
some time.
YouTube and Twitch.
There it is. And now Twitch. I gotta pull up the authorization thingy.
Yep.
There it is. And now Twitch. I gotta pull up the authorization. Log
You also have to listen to yourself twice.
Yep. That's how it happens.
That is part of it.
Okay, that's done. Excellent. Cool. I think we are ready for tonight.
Yes, we are.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. It is October 25th. It is Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern, or just short of 9 o'clock Eastern, which means it's time for Gentleman Octopus Trivia.
Got a full new game ready for you.
As always, we'll be bringing you round number 1 in less than 5 minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to say thank you to some of our supporters out here. We'd like to say thank you to Gwen Abrams, to Adam Francois Watkins, Rachel Schumann, Michelle Martin, Claire Fisher, and Will Gilbert, to Gail Angeles, Stephen Glassman, and Mark Dawson, to Jerome Vered, Adam Connor, and Carrie Bonnell, to Kent Buxton, Marnie Helfrich, Lindsay Henry, Jordan Lax, and Dan Fitzpatrick. And of course, thank you very much to Sarah Ann Rapp, who's a partner of the Octopus and partner of mine, and has contributed a question to tonight's game. So look forward to that in round number 2. Tej and I are real excited to get started with this one. Also excited to tell you
A couple of
little bit-
housekeeping details here.
Yeah, tell you about a little housekeeping detail. We're going to tell you that next week, instead of airing our game on Monday, we're actually going to move it up a day. Move it to Sunday, October 31st, Halloween at 9 p.m.
And it'll be an all spooky game.
Yeah, we're going to try to make a little bit of a spooky theme. Put on some spooky music, maybe put the orange theme up there, all that kind of stuff. Write some spooky questions. Should be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. Sunday will be our next game rather than Monday. In the meantime, T, do you want to go over the rules real quick?
Yeah, sure. Rules,
a
please
swig.
submit your answers using the Google form links that will be provided on the event page, or, in this case, in the chats. Make sure you include your team name on each form, and please make sure that it is stylized the same on every submission. Please only submit each form one time.
While you're paused just there, I'm going to grab the forms off of Google Drive and put them in Twitch and YouTube, so we have those ready to go.
There are going to be 5 rounds this evening with 8 questions in each round, and you're going to have a middle round is our music round with a theme. Tried to say everything at once.
Middle music?
Middle music, yep.
Middle music round?
Middle music. Once again, your middle round will be a music round with a theme, and for that, you will be getting 1 point for artist and 1 point for title. And there will also be a secret mystery theme.
Ooh,
which
secret
is
mystery
worth
theme.
2 points.
2 points.
I'm going to put that in Facebook.
Like the page here says, feel free to play individually or team up using a group chat, or however you want. We don't have any team limitations, but we recommend that no more than 6 people, definitely no more than 8. I mean, you can do what you want. You're an adult. But, it just might be easier on you to not have to deal with 7 other opinions at the same time. Continuing the rules, each correct answer to a question will be worth 1 point unless that is otherwise noted, which it hasn't been in probably a calendar year at this point. Questions will be read once and then recapped. Following that recap, there will be a 3-minute timer, and at the end of the 3-minute timer, you will submit your answers. We'll play a little bit of filler music for you there. The only time we won't play filler music for you is during the music round, so you can concentrate on the songs that you're hearing. Last one is there will be no final question and tiebreakers will only be written even in the event of a first place tie. We will not settle any other ties down the board. For all y'all that play Learned League, less than 30 minutes ago, I got the announcement that my proposal for a one-day has been accepted. July 6, 2022. Look for Writers on Writing. It's going to be a fun one to put together, and I get tons of time to do it. So That'll be excellent. All right. I see 15 viewers in there. Cheers, everybody who's joined us already. Cheers. And cheers to those who have yet to arrive. Thank you for being a part of it.
With that, I think we're going to move on, right?
Sounds good to me.
All right, sounds good.
You want to go first, or should I?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Round number 1. Question number 1. The character Archie Goodwin serves as both assistant and professional partner to what crime-solving detective who appeared in over 30 mystery novels by author Rex Stout? The character Archie Goodwin appeared in over 30 mystery novels by author Rex Stout, and he was the assistant and professional partner to what crime-solving detective? What crime-solving detective appeared in over 30 mystery novels by Rex Stout? That's question 1.
That is question number 1, and question number 2 is coming at you now. Question number 2. What is the northernmost U.S. state that occupies land in both the central and eastern time zones? This state's 2 most populous counties, Marion County and Lake County, each sit in a different time zone. So Marion County and Lake County are part of what U.S. state which occupies land in both the central and eastern time zones? This state is the northernmost state that occupies land in both of those time zones. That is question number 2.
Question number 3. Of the active Major League Baseball teams that have never won the World Series, 2 of them made it to Game 7, both against the St. Louis Cardinals. Of those 2, which one has never won the pennant for the league that they currently play in? This requires a little bit of unpacking here. So of the active Major League Baseball teams that have never won a World Series, only 2 of them have ever made it to Game 7. Both of them, those were against the St. Louis Cardinals. Of those 2, one has never won the pennant for the league in which they currently play. We need that Major League Baseball team. What is that team that has never won the pennant for the league that they currently play in? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. What specific danger has been redacted from the National Fire Protection Association's Diamond Warning Label for hazardous materials, as seen on the following slide? So this is the National Fire Protection Association's famous Diamond Warning Label. The blue area indicates a health hazard. The red area indicates a fire hazard. And the yellow area indicates what type of hazard, which has been redacted in this image. Give us the type of hazard typically identified by a yellow rectangle, or not a rectangle, that's not a rectangle.
Nope.
A yellow square in the NFPA diamond. That's what we're looking for. What is the type of hazard redacted? That's question number 4.
Question number 5. With over $400 million in worldwide box office take, what 2005 remake of a 1971 film is the highest grossing movie with a title that includes an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? Unlike the earlier film, this 2005 remake uses lyrics from both the work's original source material. So with over $400 million in worldwide take, what 2005 remake of a 1971 film is the highest grossing film with a title that includes an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? Unlike the earlier film, this remake uses lyrics from both works' original source material. So what is that film that is the highest grossing with an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? That is question 5.
And question number 6, this is your animal question. Question number 6, the pictures on the following slide show a real and plushified version of what frighteningly endangered porpoise species found in the Gulf of California that gets its diminutive name from the Spanish for a type of land mammal. its diminutive name derived from the Spanish for a type of land mammal. The pictures on the following slide show what frighteningly endangered porpoise species that is found in ever-dwindling numbers in the Gulf of California. This is that animal. Got a real version, and I got a plushie version from the World Wildlife Fund that you can adopt. That is the animal. Identify that animal. I'll give you a few more seconds with that, but that is question number 6. All right.
Question number 7. The proposed state of Cthulhu?
Cthulhu, I believe.
Cthulhu? Yeah.
I think it's Cthulhu.
Cthulhu is the subject of a civil war dating back to 1949 between Karen nationalists and the Tatmadaw forces of what country? So the proposed state of Cthulhu is the subject of a civil war that has started back in 1949 between the Karen nationalists and the Tatmadaw forces of what country? From what country are the Tatmadaw forces and the Karen nationalists? That is question 7.
Yep. Sorry, I gave you the deep end there.
That's right.
And question number 8, the last one in your first round. Question number 8, most often used on menus in relation to goose and duck. What is the French term that describes a method of preservative cooking in which meat is salted, seasoned, and slowly cooked in its own fat at a low temperature? The resulting product can often be stored frozen and can keep for several months because of this technique. But anyway, what is the name for that? What is the French term, for that preservative cooking technique in which meat, such as goose or duck, is salted, seasoned, and slowly cooked in its own fat at a low temperature? That's question number 8. Give us that cooking technique and enjoy
The recap. Question number 1. The character Archie Goodwin serves as both assistant and professional partner to what detective who appeared in over 30 mystery novels by author Rex Stout? So what detective appeared in over 30 mystery novels by author Rex Stout? That's question 1.
And question number 2, what is the northernmost state that occupies land in both the central and eastern time zones? The 2 most populous counties in this U.S. state, Marion County and Lake County, each sit in a different time zone. What is the northernmost state that occupies land in both the central and eastern time zones, home to Marion and Lake County? That's question number 2. Just give us that U.S. state.
There we go. Nice. Question number 3.
I hit it.
Of the active MLB teams that have never won the World Series, 2 of them made it to Game 7 of the World Series, both against the St. Louis Cardinals. Of those 2, which one has never won the pennant for the league that they currently play in? So of the 2 teams that have never won the World Series but did make it to Game 7, which one has never won the pennant for the league that they currently play in? That is question 3.
Question number 4. What specific danger has been redacted from the National Fire Protection Association's Diamond Warning Label for hazardous materials as seen on this slide? So again, we're looking for the type of hazard that is being redacted there with the yellow triangle. The blue hazard is a health hazard. The red hazard is a fire hazard. What is the yellow hazard? That is question number 4.
And question number 5, with over $400 million in worldwide box office money, what 2005 remake of a 1971 film is the highest grossing film with a title that includes an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? Unlike the earlier film, this 2005 remake uses lyrics from both works' original source material. So what is the highest grossing movie with a title that includes an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? That's question 5.
Question number 6. The pictures on the following slide show both a real and plushified version of what frighteningly endangered porpoise species found in the Gulf of California with a Spanish name that is taken from the diminutive for a type of land mammal. So a type of land mammal, or rather a Spanish diminutive for a type of land mammal, gives its name to what frighteningly endangered porpoise species seen on this slide. Just looking for the name of the species of that porpoise. That is question number 6.
Question number 7. The proposed state of Kwajalein is the subject of a civil war dating back to 1949 between Karen nationalists and the Tatmadaw forces of what country? What country has the Karen nationalists and the Tatmadaw forces, and the proposed state of Kwajalein has been the subject of a civil war dating back all the way to 1949. What country is that? It's question 7.
And your last one of the recap is question number 8. Most often used on menus in relation to goose and duck, what French term describes a preparative technique of cooking in which meat is salted, seasoned, and cooked in its own fat at a low temperature? What French term describes that cooking technique? That's question number 8, which means, of course, that it is the end of round number 1, so please submit your answers. We're going to pull up some music. I'm going to set up the countdown timer and all of that. And we're going to remind you, or rather state for the people who have just joined us, that we will not be airing a game next Monday, but instead we'll be moving that game up to Sunday, Halloween night at 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to put on a little bit of spooky music, write a little bit of spooky questions.
It's going to be a fun time.
Maybe put on a black and orange theme. Maybe put a witch's hat on the octopus. We'll just go buck wild. Anyway, hope you join us for that. And best of luck with round number 1. I'm setting up the timer for you right now.
And if you would like to support DIY Trivia, Venmo is at McKinney-Sizemore, and PayPal is at ksizemore@hotmail.com.
Yep, we are always open to that. So thank you very much for your support. Thanks for being here. I'm going to reset the timer, and then we are going to put on some music. See you soon.
Thank you, Claire. We just got that sorted out and got the leaderboard all squared away.
Yeah, and also like to say thank you, Clara, for your donation during that break. We really appreciate that. And if anybody wants to chip in, please do so using PayPal, ksizemore@hotmail.com, or you can use Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore. Let's get into your answers for round number one.
Question number one, the character Archie Goodwin serves as both assistant and professional partner to what detective who appeared in over 30 mystery novels by author Rex Stout? That is Nero Wolfe. Mm-hmm. Nero Wolfe was the detective in the Rex Stout novels.
Frequently described as an armchair detective, meaning that someone else goes and gets all the evidence and brings it back and they go, yes, I see. But wait a minute.
I'm more of a ponderer.
I'm more of a ponderer, yes.
Didn't work out for the Vikings quarterback.
Question number two, what is the northernmost state, factually incorrect, that occupies land in both the central and eastern time zones? This part is correct and helped to save the question. This state's two most populous counties, Marion County and Lake County, each sit in a different time zone.
Well, it was a social anyway.
That is correct, and it was a social anyway. That is Indiana. Indiana is the one. Good job, everybody, for getting that right, despite my directions.
Question number three, of the active Major League teams to have never won the World Series, two of them have both made it to Game 7 against the Cardinals. One is the correct answer. One is the Texas Rangers. Of those two, the only one that has never won the pennant is the Milwaukee Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers were playing in the American League at the time they played in the World Series and now represent the National League and have never made the World Series as a National League franchise.
I think that's the Dodgers rounding the bases on
them.
them.
It absolutely is.
Question number four, what specific danger has been redacted from the National Fire Protection Association's Diamond Warning label? So here it is. You've got health, fire, and specific hazard. Specific just meaning like it's something that's specific to that material. Health hazard, that covers all manner of biohazard and radioactivity, which is kind of what was given to us primarily as the wrong answer. But what we were looking for was instability/volatility. Yeah, the yellow section of the NFPA diamond demonstrates from 1 to 4 how unstable a substance is.
Question
my favorite, hold on, is just 4. May detonate.
Uh-oh.
May?
Like while I'm holding it?
It could happen.
Question number 5, with over $400 million in worldwide box office numbers, what 2005 remake of a 1971 film is the highest grossing film that includes an element of the NATO phonetic alphabet? Unlike the earlier film, the 2005 remake uses lyrics from both works' original source material. That is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, when
I really thought this was going to be Magic Mike.
Yeah, that was a good guess.
I really thought this was going to be Magic Mike.
What did you find out about Magic Mike's gross, by the way?
I found out it wasn't nearly as high as I thought, mostly because it didn't do well outside of America.
Right.
In the
U.S.
sense.
It did really well. Worldwide, not so much.
Not so much.
When he posed this question to me at SeaWorld the other day, just saying, like, straight up, hey, which do you think is the film with a NATO phonetic element in its title with the highest gross, I was, like, ready to buzz in with Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet, I think made...
It was only like 100.
Yeah, made like 150.
Yeah, I think it was actually 100 to 200. I looked that up today.
Yep.
All right, question number 6. The pictures on the following slide show a real and plushified version of what frighteningly endangered porpoise species, which can be found in the Gulf of California. This particular species takes its diminutive Spanish name from that of a type of land mammal. There are only 9 of these remaining. They are, like I said, frighteningly endangered. It could be a very good year for them. It could be a very bad year for them, depending on how effort to get them into captivity and breeding programs turns out. But these are vaquitas. Vaquita meaning little cow. And you can adopt a vaquita through the WWF, not the World Wrestling Federation.
Question number 7. The proposed state of Kwazulu is the subject of a civil war dating back to 1949 between the Karen nationalists and the Tatmadaw forces of what country? That is Myanmar.
Yeah, it's widely recognized as the longest ongoing civil war in the world currently.
Yeah, you can see that one coming.
Speaking to the manager. Yep. See that one coming.
Yep.
You just open an envelope that you wrote down stuff at the beginning. May I speak to the manager? Yep, got it. Got
All right,
it.
on the bingo
Little Johnny
card.
Carson holding it to your head.
On the bingo card. Yep.
All right. And question number 8. Most often used on menus in relation to goose and duck. What is the French term that describes a method of preservative cooking in which meat is salted, seasoned, and slowly cooked in its own fat at a low temperature? That, also applied to fruit, is a confit. That is duck or goose confit. You can prepare all kinds of meats with it. It's just more commonly done to preserve duck and goose.
Let's see what we got planned tonight. We've got third podium, Drake East Amazon Pathogen, Team Coast to Coast, Hearken, the Angels Sing, Team Not a Podcast, Super Karate Monkey Death Car, Back It Up, and Poured Now at 40-ounce coffee for James Michael Taylor.
Michael Tyler, yeah. You know who that was, TJ?
That was a Friends actor, right?
That was Gunther, yep.
Yeah.
That was Gunther on Friends. He'd been battling cancer for a while.
Yeah, he had.
Yep. Rest in peace for sure. All right. T, do you want to take question number 1?
Yeah, let's do it. Question number 1, round number 2. Rarotonga is by far the most populous of the 15 islands of what self-governing country in the South Pacific Ocean? So, Rarotonga is by far the most populous of the 15 islands in what self-governing country in the South Pacific Ocean? What self-governing country is that? That's question number 1. Nice short and sweet for you.
Nice short and sweet. Yeah, just 2 points. 1 point. You only get 1 point, but, Space Jam quotes have to be made. Question number 2. Of the 3 variety shows and television sitcoms named for Bob Newhart, which one had the shortest run with only 33 episodes across 2 seasons? A legacy spanning only 2 seasons and 33 episodes followed which of Bob Newhart's television variety shows and sitcoms with the shortest run? Looking for the name of the Bob Newhart named show that had the shortest run. That's question number 2.
That's how you changed my Bob Newhart question. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I was like, everybody's going to get that. Everybody's going to get that, too.
Yeah, I know, but I gotcha. Question number 3. In 1892, an Irish teenager named Annie Moore was the first documented visitor at what American location, whose traffic decreased sharply after the passage of the Emergency Quota Act in 1921. In 1892, an Irish teenager named Annie Moore was the first documented visitor at what American location, whose traffic decreased sharply after the passage of the Emergency Quota Act in 1921. Where is that American? What is that American location? That is question 3.
Okay, I will look that up. Question number 4. Although this example is technically a ciborium, what is the name for a decorative canopy for a throne or bed, such as the one seen on the following slide, which resides in St. Peter's Basilica and was designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini? So we're looking for the name of this kind of decorative canopy, which can be seen over a throne or bed. Even though technically this example is a ciborium, this is one that was designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini and that you can find in St. Peter's Basilica. That's question number 4.
Question number 5. Formed in 1976, what UK-based rock band not only opened the 2012 London Olympics, but once had their own in-game universe within the MMORPG Second Life? What UK-based band opened up the 2012 London Olympics and also had their own universe in Second Life? That is question 5.
And question number 6.
Not a true universe, just an island. They just called it their universe.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't realize there was a difference in Second
That's
Life.
that's why it was in quotes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Question number 6. This one comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. Sarah, thank you very much. Clink.
Thank you.
Clink.
Yeah.
Question number 6. Got to make the clink sound, yeah.
Because I got a plastic bottle.
Question number 6. The nickname of Admiral Edward Vernon, who introduced the rum ration in the British Royal Navy, etymologically links booze to which coat cloth he wore that's better known today for its use in millinery. Millinery. I've never had to say that word out loud
Millinery.
before.
Like James Millinery?
Yeah, like James Millinery. That means you sit on the bench and...
No, that means you dominate for Liverpool.
Oh, he's doing that now?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. It must be a renaissance. Anyway, question number 6. Again, this one comes to you from Sarah, who says that the nickname of Admiral Edward Vernon, who introduced the rum ration in the British Royal Navy, etymologically links booze to which coat cloth he wore that's better known today for its use in millinery? That's question number 6. What is the name of that coat cloth and the nickname of that admiral? It's got to do with booze.
Question number 7. Oh boy. What is the name for a type of algorithm that attempts to find the solution to a problem by making the ideal choice at each level? Befitting its name, this type of ambitious algorithm may succeed, but may just as often fail due to short-sightedness. So question 7 is, what is the name of a type of algorithm that attempts to find the solution to a problem by making the ideal choice at each level? Befitting its name, this type of ambitious algorithm may succeed, but may just as often fail due to short-sightedness. What is that type of algorithm? That is question 7. And that brings us
to
to
one of my favorite science questions I've written.
Yeah.
It's like the first computer science question we've written.
That brings us to
Oh, it does.
Randy Anagram.
Yes, it's super Randy this week.
Oh yeah, it is.
Absolutely. Question number 8, Randy Anagram time. Rearrange the following letters and give us a 9-letter word. You're going to do a 3, 3, and 3. That's how you do it. And your letters are slap a pair. You've got SLAPAPAIR. Slap a pair, and your hint is, come on, honey, make those things jiggle for all they're worth. Leave it up to your imagination what those things could be. There are options.
There are options.
There are options. But come on, honey, make those things jiggle for all they're worth. Slap a pair. SLAPAPAIR. Rearrange those letters. Give us a single acceptable 9-letter word. That's
Doesn't
your Randy
have to be
Anagram.
acceptable, just a 9-letter word.
Yeah, it may not be acceptable. It is the Randy Anagram. Now it's time for the recap.
It is. In question number 1, Rarotonga is by far the most populous of the 15 islands of what self-governing country in the South Pacific Ocean? What self-governing country in the South Pacific Ocean is home to Rarotonga among 15 other islands, or 14 other islands?
It says 15.
Yeah, but it's the most populous of the 15, so 14 others.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I saw you
That's
leaning
question
forward.
1.
I thought you were having a hard time reading it.
Nope.
I mean, I'm having a hard time reading it, but might have to get my glasses. Question number 2. Of the 3 variety shows and television sitcoms, being informed that it's probably only the television sitcoms as the set that we're taking into account, but I guess we'll accept another answer if it ends up being correct.
Yep.
Of the 3 variety shows and television sitcoms named for Bob Newhart, which one had the shortest run, with only 33 episodes across 2 seasons? Looking for the name of the Bob Newhart named show that had the shortest run of the Bob Newhart named shows.
There it is.
There it is. Question number 2.
Question number 3. In 1892, an Irish teenager named Annie Moore was the first documented visitor to what American location, whose traffic decreased sharply after the passage of the Emergency Quota Act in 1921. What American location is that? That's question 3.
And question number 4, getting fancy with this one. Although this example is technically considered a ciborium, what is the name for a decorative canopy above a throne or bed, such as the one seen on the following slide, which resides in St. Peter's Basilica and was designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini? What is the common name for this Gian Lorenzo Bernini work in St. Peter's Basilica? That type of work describes a fancy decorative canopy above a throne or bed, although technically this work is a ciborium and not what it's named for. That's a lot of words. That's question number 4.
Question number 5. Formed in 1976, what UK-based rock band not only opened the 2012 London Olympics, but once had their own in-game island in the MMORPG Second Life? What UK-based rock band is way into Second Life and opened up at the 2012 London Olympics? That's question 5.
And question number 6. This one again comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. The nickname of Admiral Edward Vernon, who introduced the rum ration in the British Royal Navy, etymologically links booze to which coat cloth he wore that's better known today for its use in millinery. So what is the nickname of Admiral Edward Vernon? This nickname is tied etymologically to booze, as well as the coat cloth he wore that is today used in millinery. That's question number 6.
Question number 7. What is the name of a type of algorithm that attempts to find the solution to a problem by making the ideal choice at each level? Befitting its name, this type of ambitious algorithm may succeed, but may just as often fail due to short-sightedness. What is the name of that algorithm? Mickey, take it away.
And question number 8, your last one is Randy anagram time. You got SLAPAPAIR, slap a pair. And your hint is, come on, honey, make those things jiggle for all they're worth. Slap a pair, make those things jiggle for all they're worth. That's question number 8. That's your Randy anagram. That is the end of round number 2. We went with melodic bass the last time. Seemed to hit a little hard there at the end. I'm feeling a bit more
some
chill.
lo-fi.
Yeah, lo-fi could be good. Definitely not punk. I'm going to do synthwave. I love synth.
Well, of course you're going to go with synth.
Anyway, we will see y'all in just a little bit. Bye for now. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our answers from round number 2 and get you into the music round. Starting with question number 1. TJ, take it away.
Question number 1. Rarotonga is by far the most populous of the 15 islands in what self-governing country in the South Pacific Ocean? That is the Cook Islands, and there is all of the various islands.
Yeah, it is not a sovereign country, but it is a self-governing country. It has autonomy. It's considered a country, but it does not have sovereignty. So that might have thrown some people off. People like, I saw that. Cook Islands, they don't have UN representation. They do not. That is true. Question number 2 of the 3 variety shows and television sitcoms named for Bob Newhart. Which one had the shortest run with only 33 episodes across 2 seasons?
Well, the answer have a Wikipedia page.
The answer we were shooting for was Bob, right here, with 33 episodes. However, if you gave us the Bob Newhart Show, it's both right and wrong. It is Schrodinger's answer, because the Bob Newhart Show ran for 147 episodes. Is that what we saw? 142? Whereas the shorter and earlier show of the same name, the Bob Newhart Show, ran for like 27 episodes, which is fewer episodes than Bob, so it counts. But if you said Bob Newhart Show and were meaning the other, you lucked into a right answer.
So congrats.
So yeah, that was fun.
Question number 3. In 1892, an Irish teenager named Annie Moore was the first documented visitor at what American location, whose traffic decreased sharply after the passage of the Emergency Quota Act in 1921. Of course, that is Ellis Island.
Yep, the Emergency Quota Act was a post-wartime measure meant to restrict immigration to the United States. But Ellis Island was the correct answer, and I didn't know this, but Ellis Island was one of the first big projects where there was a piece of legislation, I can't remember what it is now, where public work and governmental projects were open to civilian designers. And there was a huge, like 100+ entry contest to design Ellis Island. And that was one of the first big major works that did that model. Anyway, although this example is technically considered a shiborium, or chiborium, I believe, what is the name for a decorative canopy for a throne or bed, such as the one seen on the following slide, which resides in St. Peter's Basilica and was designed by Gian Lorenzo Bernini? That is a baldacchino. It's called a baldacchino in Bernini's, which I believe is the singular, or is it the plural? I think it's the singular form. But a baldachin is the type of decorative canopy you see there. Although that is technically, again, a chiborium.
Question number 5. Formed in 1976, what UK-based rock band not only opened the 2012 Winter Olympics, but once had their own in-game universe.
2012 London Olympics.
2012 London Olympics. What did I say?
Winter.
Okay, yeah. London Olympics, but once had their own in-game universe within the MMORPG Second Life. This is Duran Duran. Duran Duran was so into Second Life that they actually had machinimas, videos filmed in video games at their concerts for a while, like including during that performance for the London Olympics. Yep.
And you saw the little secret backstage rehearsal area there with Simon Le Bon's dressing room.
Nice.
Yep. Question number 6. This one comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp, who says the nickname of Admiral Edward Vernon, who introduced the rum ration in the British Royal Navy, etymologically links booze to which coat cloth he wore that's better known today for its use in millinery. You might know this fabric for its use in certain ribbons. This is grosgrain, which he had the nickname Grog because he wore grosgrain. We also accepted grogram as well. And as Sarah says, water down the rum, boys, and you only get it twice a day. Can't have any drunks out here spilling on my grosgrain. It is it's a fine cloth, of course. Fine cloth, to be sure.
Question number 7. What is the name for a type of algorithm that attempts to find the solution to a problem by making the ideal choice at each level? Befitting its name, this type of ambitious algorithm may succeed, but may just as often fail due to short-sightedness. That's a greedy algorithm.
That is a greedy algorithm. This particular picture demonstrates the most classic example of what's wrong with a greedy algorithm. Say that the problem is choosing the side that has the most amount. You're trying to maximize the amount that you get, the sum. So you start at level 1, which is at the number 8. The greedy algorithm makes the optimal choice at that level, which is 12, because 12 is bigger than 2. And then it goes down to the next level,
10.
and it selects 10. So you get a total of 30. However, if it were to factor in a multi-level approach, it would go with the 2 on the left so that it could access the 89 that's also on the left.
and not get absolutely dumpstered at the end.
Right, exactly. It ends up being 30 to, 99.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Bit of a
big
blowout.
difference. Bit of a blowout.
Yeah.
And your Randy anagram rearranged the following letters to form a 9-letter word. We told you to slap a pair, and your hint is, come on, honey, make those things jiggle for all they're worth. And that is something you might want to do, or I'm sorry, before you find out what they're worth, you should get an appraisal.
An appraisal.
At auction, I'd expect this to bring $20,000 to $30,000. Except that on the handle, somebody's carved Homer Rocks. Actual value, worth, I think it's like $10 or something like that. Anyway,
Let's go to
appraisal.
the scoreboard. In 8th place with 6 points, third podium. 7th place, 8 points for Drake East Amazon Pathogen. Tied for 5th, 9 points apiece for Team Not a Podcast and Hearken, The Angels Sing. Tied for 3rd, 10 points apiece for Team Coast to Coast and Bag It Up. 2nd place, 12 points for Super Karate Monkey Death Car. And in 1st place, we are pouring out a 40-ounce coffee for James Michael Tyler.
All right, but hopefully that'll change up just a little bit. I mean, I'm sure some of you are hoping it won't, but here we go with the music round, everyone. This is a little bit different than everything you've been previously playing. For the music round, you're going to hear 8 different clips. We'll give you a point for correctly guessing each title and a point for correctly guessing each artist. Don't forget, of course, that the last question is, what is the theme of this music round? And that's worth 2 points. We are going to post the link to your clips on a Vocaroo link. It is going in YouTube now, and it is going in Twitch
And it's in
now.
Facebook now.
And TJ says it's already in Facebook. Feel free to listen, rewind, and listen again. We'll give you 10 minutes to submit, during which we will not play any music. Hiccup. There we go. The last 2 minutes.
It works better if you say it.
It does, doesn't it? The last 2 minutes, we'll hop on here and we'll let you know, hey, 2 minutes remaining, get those answers in, and then we'll hop on again at 0. But other than that, you will not see or hear us, so you can concentrate on those clips. Best of luck, everybody. If you need any help, please reach out and let us know. Other than that, have fun. We'll see you soon. All right, everybody, you have a little bit less than 2 minutes remaining on the music round, so get those answers in just as soon as you can, and don't forget to take a guess at the theme. We'll see you in a little bit more than 90 seconds at this point. Good luck. All right, time is up. Get those answers in. As soon as we receive and evaluate everything, we'll come back to you with the correct answers, identifying the titles and the artists, and we'll tell you what the theme was for that round.
Tonight was probably the best time to go ahead and get yourself a snack, a beverage.
Refill your drink.
Yep. Use
Powder
the
your
restroom.
nose.
Yep.
Do whatever you need to do. It's also a real good time to hit up Venmo and PayPal. Venmo is at McKinney-Sizemore, and PayPal is ksizemore at hotmail.com. Putting those up on the screen right now. Feel free to support us. DIY trivia, like TJ says, we make it happen every single week, basically for the fun of it. So,
Yep.
yeah, if you want to hook us up, we'd really appreciate that. And again, don't forget, we are going to be coming at you live this Sunday rather than Monday. Sunday at 9 o'clock, Halloween night. Got a spooky theme for you. So, hope to see you soon. Enjoy your break, and we'll see you in a bit.
All right, it is time to reveal those correct answers for round 3, the music round. And song number 1 was Drive for Daddy Jean by Alan Jackson.
Just an old hammer-down Ford. Yeah,
Yep, okay.
I like that song.
Song number 2
Was Backstreet Boys' Shape of My Heart. This is like it was off their album Black and Blue, which I think was their first comeback album. Like, they've been
back on the things they'd done.
Right, exactly. I think this is their first album after Millennium. And then I just chose this picture because they used to be extremely dorky. Look, Kevin's got overalls on.
Yep.
And that's not even the dorkiest thing in that shot.
Yeah, Brian Luttrell's haircut's not doing it. Song number 3 was Circle by Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
That photo's blown out, but there's a dog. Exactly.
There's a dog.
Exactly. And Circle, that album that Circle comes off of has a cat on the front. So, we get both. Little yin and yang, little meow, little bark. Song number 4 was Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. That is as outlaw country as you can get. I mean, it's literally a song about shooting the IRS man because he came by looking in on your moonshine business.
That beard is screaming outlaw country right now.
The electric mandolin, too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hear the subtle part.
Diddle-diddle-doo.
Song number 5 was Ocean Avenue by Yellow Card. Several years ago, Yellow Card said they wouldn't play this song anymore, and subsequently, they're not touring nearly as much.
Yeah, that's a call.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I can only ask
other things on Lights and Sounds. Yeah,
I can only hear Lights and Sounds so many times.
Yeah. I'm not saying Yellow Card is just Ocean Avenue, but you got to get people in the door.
Oh, agreed. And I mean, they also haven't done themselves any favors publicity-wise with the Juice WRLD situation.
Yeah. Song number 6 was The Way I Are by Timbaland and Carrie Hilson.
Also, DOE is on this song, but Timbaland and Carrie Hilson are definitely the most visible on this track. I heard this the other day on, it wasn't Pop Rocks. I think it was just 2000 Pop 2K.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
And Carrie Hilson also known for Pretty Girl Rock.
Pretty Girl Rock.
Right about the same time.
That got played a lot in high school.
That did.
Song number 7 was Freeway of Love, Aretha Franklin. We had a team guess Pink Cadillac, which is not correct, but Pink Cadillacs are mentioned. In fact, that came up recently on a One Day, and I was able to pull that because Pink Cadillac was a song by Springsteen, and there's a very good cover by Natalie Cole, and I remember writing a question about that for something else. All these things going in circles.
And song number 8 was This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody by Talking Heads.
Mm-hmm.
What does that give
anytime
you?
we can throw a Talking Heads song in there, I'm always happy. And it looks like all of y'all figured out that these are just street suffixes. We've got Drive for Daddy Jean by Alan Jackson. Get the Backstreet Boys. You got Circle, Road, Avenue, Way, Freeway, and Place. It's going to keep me up tonight that the random number generator spat out that order of The Way I Are with Freeway of Love back to back. So literally it's Way and Freeway back to back.
That's funny.
It looks so lazy.
Amateurish, yeah.
It does.
Alexander is correct. I was reading that the other when we decided that we were going to use that one. That they're refusing to play Ocean Avenue now. It's like
That's incredible.
Well,
are they doing? Let's see. Radiohead compensate by making more popular songs. Yeah. Alexander. Also, I think Radiohead used to do a thing where they'd
they
tell
have their
the
opener
opening act,
do it. Yeah.
While you're out there, play Creep because they want to hear it and we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So
and Tom's the guy that would be that way.
Yes.
Didn't think the Yellow Card would be like that. Like they're still in the $20 range. I mean. You gotta get a little more clout before you pull that move.
They are not headliner material. I am not going to a headlining Yellow Card show for 2 songs.
No. They gotta have some damn good openers.
Yeah, I'll let you have a 40-minute set. I would love that.
Yep.
But,
And round number 4. Question number 1. The Earth's Children series contains the best-known works by what author of prehistorical fiction whose interest in the Ice Age and early humans inspired their novels The Land of Painted Caves and The Clan of the Cave Bear? Radiohead made popular songs after Pablo Honey. The Earth's Children series contains the best-known works by what author of prehistorical fiction whose interest in the Ice Age and early humans inspired her novels The Land of Painted Caves and The Clan of the Cave Bears? Clan of the Cave Bears sounds like you don't want to go into that cave.
It's singular, but yeah, I mean, still,
Yeah.
I would agree.
That is question number 1. Who is that author?
And question number 2, what actress won her only Academy Award for Best Actress in 1975 with Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, before tackling a thematically similar film and earning a 2000 nomination for Best Actress with Requiem for a Dream? What is the name of the actress there? Hold on. Oh, I was fighting back a yawn the whole dang time.
Okay.
Anyway, what is the name of the actress who won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1975 with Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, and then was in a thematically similar film and received a nomination in 2000 for Requiem for a Dream? That's question number 2. Hope you like those edits. Hot and spicy.
2001 nomination. It's a 2000 film. That's because that was originally a Requiem for a Dream question.
Gotcha. Which we've asked before, which is what
Question number 3. Though the property can still be induced, the Curie point is the threshold of temperature at which a material loses its permanent form of what characteristic?
How did I miss that?
With fluctuations measured by SI units named for Weber and Tesla. And though the property can still be induced, the Curie point is the threshold of temperature at which a material loses its permanent form of what characteristic? With fluctuations measured by SI units named for Weber and Tesla. What characteristic is that? That is question number 3.
Question number 4. Participants in a study alter their behavior based on the novelty of being research subjects in what psychological effect? Named for an Illinois factory and not an eminent American author. An Illinois factory and not an eminent American author gives its name to what psychological effect that describes how participants in a study may alter their behavior simply because they are being studied. What is the name of that psychological effect? That is question number 4.
Question number 5. Musicals such as The Wedding Singer and Moulin Rouge debuted at the former Martin Beck Theater, which in 2003 was renamed for what caricaturist whose work is seen on the following slide? So, the caricaturist seen on this slide renamed the Beck Theater. What is their name?
Bark, 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 bark.
Those are some caricatures.
I'm still smarting over being off by 1 year.
Uh-huh. I can tell you exactly why, too. Uh-huh.
We asked a question on that film.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yep. It was on Clint Mansell doing Lux Aeterna.
Okay.
Yep.
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 Yep. Yep. That's great. All right, now question number 6. Identify the following players seen on the identify the football player seen on the following redacted slide, making what is arguably the most symbolically important punt block in NFL history. Since 2011, this athlete has been fighting a battle with ALS. What is the name that has been redacted from the back of that jersey on a player making what is arguably the most symbolically important punt block in NFL history? Who's making that block? That is question number 6.
Question number 7. According to Nature, what 3-word site and former Norse settlement in Newfoundland was first visited in 1021, likely making it the location of first contact between Europe and the Americas? Once again, according to Nature, what 3-word site and former Norse settlement in Newfoundland was first visited in 1021? What is the name of that 3-word site in Newfoundland? That is question 7.
And question number 8, your last in the round. What 2-part brand name has been, you guessed it, redacted from the following bags of potato chips? Bags of potato chips. Yes, bags of potato chips.
Yeah.
Whose history began on an Ontario farm before the brand was purchased for international distribution by Frito-Lay. What is the name of the brand that makes these potato chips?
Back-to-back CanCon.
Back-to-back CanCon. Secret Canada theme. Oh,
Not so secret when you say it. It's like when people are like, there's a hidden Mickey right there. It's not hidden when you're pointing at Main Street. I mean,
anyway, we're looking for the 2-part brand name that has been redacted from these bags of potato chips.
Taters.
Taters. That's question number 8. That's the end of round number 4. Let's go to the recap on round number 4.
Yep. And question number 1, the Earth's Children series contains the best-known works by what author of prehistorical fiction whose interest in the Ice Age and early humans inspired their novels The Land of Painted Caves and The Clan of the Cave Bear? What author wrote those novels? That's question 1.
Question number 2. What actress won her only Academy Award for Best Actress in 1975 with Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, before tackling a thematically similar film and earning a 2001 nomination for Requiem for a Dream? Looking for the name of the actress common to both of those films in Academy Award nominated performances. That's question number 2.
Question number 3, though the property can still be induced, to the Curie point is the threshold of temperature at which a material uses its permanent form of what characteristic, with fluctuations measured by SI units named for Weber and Tesla. What is that characteristic? That is question 3.
Question number 4. Participants in a study alter their behavior based on the novelty of being research subjects. In what psychological effect? Named for an Illinois factory and not an eminent American author. What is the name of that psychological effect in which participants, because they're being studied, change the way they do things? That's question number 4.
Question number 5, musicals such as The Wedding Singer and Moulin Rouge debuted at the former Martin Beck Theater, which in 2003 was renamed for what caricaturist as seen here? Whose work is seen here? What caricaturist renamed the Martin Beck Theater 2003?
Well, it was renamed in their honor.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That is question 5.
Question number 6, as I bring us back, identify the football players seen on the following this current redacted slide, making what is arguably the most symbolic, important punt block in NFL history. Since 2011, this athlete has been battling ALS. What is the name of the athlete whose nameplate has been redacted from that jersey on this slide? That's question number 6. Take a look at it.
Question number 7. According to Nature, what 3-word site and former Norse settlement in Newfoundland was first visited in 1021, likely making it the location of the first contact between Europe and the Americas? What is that 3-named site in Newfoundland? That is question 7.
Hunter saw a bear.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, in Elise McRae, you see bears.
You do see bears.
You do see bears.
All right. Okay. Question number 8. What 2-part brand name has been redacted from the following bags of potato chips, whose history began on an Ontario farm before the brand was purchased for international distribution by Frito-Lay? Here are those bags. What is that 2-part brand name? All right, that is question number 8. That is the end of round number 4. So go ahead and submit your answers. We are going to tune up some music. I think we'll go for lo-fi, like TJ suggested earlier. I wanted to get into the spooky, but I think maybe we'll hold off on the spooky until next week. All right. Anyway, we're going to start the countdown timer. We're going to start the music. If you want to chip in, please feel free to do so. PayPal is ksizemore@hotmail.com. And Venmo is at McKinney-Sizemore. Those will both be on the end slide here at the end of the round. Good luck, everybody. See you at the end of the break.
All right, it is time to get in those answers for round number 4, starting with, of course, question number 1. The Earth's Children series contains the best-known works by what author of prehistorical fiction, whose interest in the Ice Age and early humans inspired her novels, The Land of Painted Caves and The Clan of the Cave Bear, not the one that Hunter just saw.
No, not the one that Hunter just saw.
That is Jean...
It's okay.
I lost myself.
It's Jean M. Owell.
Yeah, Jean M. Owell.
That's not.
I tried to put the M and the O together, and it didn't work out for me.
Yeah, sorry. The kerning's not particularly great for that either.
It's not the kerning's fault.
It's not the kerning, honey. It's the mileage. Question number 2. What actress won her only Academy Award for Best Actress in 1975 with Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore? She later tackled a thematically similar film and earned a 2001 nomination for Best Actress with Requiem for a Dream, and that is Ellen Burstyn. Ellen Burstyn was Academy Award nominated for both of those films, winning in the former.
Mm-hmm. And question number 3, though the property can still be induced, the Curie point is the threshold of temperature at which a material loses permanent form of what characteristic? With fluctuations measured by SI units by Weber and Tesla. That is magnetism, and that was
we took
social.
Paramagnetism and ferromagnetism as well. But yes, it is above the Curie point that a material begins to lose magnetism, although induced magnetism can still occur. I'm guessing by giving y'all Tesla that you knew that that was the unit of magnetic flux. Or maybe y'all just know the Curie point. I learned a thing. Question number 4. Participants in a study alter their behavior based on the novelty of being research subjects. In what psychological effect, named for an Illinois factory, and not an eminent American author? That is the Hawthorne effect. So the Hawthorne effect was with the Hawthorne, they were, I forget what they produced. I don't think they produced light bulbs, but the study was essentially to find out at what level of lighting people tend to be the most productive. So like the researchers would dim the bulbs and keep track of how productive people were being. It was found out, or hypothesized rather, years later after the results were pretty inconclusive and all over the place, that the research subjects might have wanted just to like impress the researchers and be as productive as possible. My thought is, if I'm working for an employer that's trying basically to see how cheap do we have to be, how dark can we make it and I can still be this productive, I'm going to make sure I'm super productive when the lights are bright and not when the lights aren't bright. I feel like I can influence that pretty good. So it was a terrible study design. But anyway, it gave us the Hawthorne effect.
Question number 5. Musicals such as The Wedding Singer and Moulin Rouge debuted at the former Martin Beck Theater, which in 2003 was renamed for what caricaturist whose work is seen on this slide?
Doing caricatures for Sound of Music on the right and Into the Woods on the left.
That is Al Hirschfeld.
Yep.
Hirschfeld.
And you can see a lot of those Al Hirschfeld caricatures, or at least Al Hirschfeld-inspired caricatures at Sardi's in New York.
Mm-hmm. Everybody goes to
Get
Sardi's.
your eat on. Question number 6. Identify the football players seen on the following redacted slide, making what is arguably the most symbolically important punt block in NFL history. Since 2011, this athlete has been fighting a battle with ALS. That is Steve Gleason.
Yes, and that was obviously a monumental block. So much so they have a statue of it outside the Superdome.
Do you want to tell them why it was a monumental block?
Well, the reason it was a monumental block is it was the first home game back from Hurricane Katrina. It was on Monday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons. The gentleman who was punting that ball is Michael Kanan. Michael Kanan almost completed something very, very cool. He almost became one of the first players in in 20 years to kickoffs, field goals, and punts. He was doing it all through the preseason.
Oh, wow.
And then the Falcons signed Morton Anderson. And Morton
you can't
Anderson,
just take Morton Anderson's job.
And Morton Anderson is the all-time leading scorer of both the Saints and the Falcons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
and not the
back
Vikings?
to punting for you. Yeah.
And not the Vikings?
Yeah.
Matt Bryant, I'm pretty sure, is the all-time leader for Falcons.
Now he is. He was, though.
Okay.
Not Morton Anderson. Is that Gary Anderson? I'm mixing up my Andersons, aren't I?
It's one of those Scandinavian guys.
It's one of the Andersons.
Anyway, question number 7, TJ.
Yep. According to Nature, what three-word site and former Norse settlement in Newfoundland was first visited in 1021, likely making it the location of the first contact between Europe and the Americas? That is Lonsau Meadows.
Yep, Lonsau Meadows is the first site of European contact, according to Nature. 1021, exactly 1,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And question number 8, what two-part brand has been redacted from this slide here? You got jalapeno chips, my favorite, and smokehouse barbecue, my favorite. These are Miss Vicky's. Now, if you gave us Miss Vicky, that was fine. If you gave us Mrs. Vickers, that was not fine. If you gave us Miss Vick, that was not fine. But
Matt Bryant passed him, but it was Morton Anderson who had the record for both.
Interesting. I didn't know that part of it. Anyway, it was Miss Vicky's. All right, TJ, scoring update, please.
Update. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Well, that's to
tied
be
for
decided.
7th with 23 points. We have Team Not a Podcast and Harkonnen, the Angels Sing. 6th place, 25 points for Drake East Amazon Pathogen. In 5th place, 27 points for third podium. 4th place, 32 points for Team Coast to Coast. 3rd place, 33 points for Back It Up. 2nd place, 35 points for Super Karate Monkey Death Car. And in 1st place with 36 points, a 1-point lead is pouring out 40-ounce coffee for James Michael Tyler. Now it is time to go to round 5.
Let's hit it with question number 1. TJ, take over for me, please.
Question number 1. In what absurdist 1960 drama does the character Berenger deliver the final line, "I'm not capitulating," as the only holdout in a French village where the townspeople mysteriously transform into the title animals? So in what absurdist 1960 drama does the character Berenger deliver the final line, "I'm not capitulating," as the only holdout in a French village where the townspeople mysteriously transform into the title animals? What 1960 absurdist drama is that? That's question 1, and it got weird.
Question number 2. In terms of total area, Sicily and Sardinia are the largest islands in the Mediterranean Sea. The next 3 largest also start with the same initial letter, but it is not S. Name all 3 islands, the rare 3 answers required.
Ooh.
Yes. In terms of total area, Sicily and Sardinia are the largest islands in the Mediterranean Sea, and both start with the same letter. The next 3 largest, number 3, 4, and 5, in terms of total area, also start with the same initial letter, but that letter is not S. And I mean, they start with that same initial letter in common English, as they're referred to commonly in English. Give us the name of all 3 of those islands. Give me all 3 of these.
Ooh.
That's question number 2.
Getting greedy. Question number 3. It's a personal tradition. I wanted to do something to honor a senior who I'm inspired by. What they do on the floor, what they do in the classroom. This is how what lead CBS broadcaster describes their tradition of giving away a necktie at the conclusion of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. What CBS broadcaster curiously gives away a necktie at the conclusion of the NCAA men's basketball tournament, typically to a senior? That's question 3.
Question number 4. Why Women Kill and Devious Maids were both created by what writer and producer best known for Desperate Housewives? What writer and producer is the creator of television series such as Why Women Kill, Devious Maids, and their biggest hit, Desperate Housewives? What is the name of that writer, producer, and creator? That is question number 4.
And question number 5. The following slide shows Desi Arnaz receiving driving instruction with specific attention given to the phrase "trailer brakes first," a piece of advice meant to prevent what situation in which a vehicle skids and folds against the trailer it's hauling. So the following slide shows Desi Arnaz receiving driver instruction with specific attention given to "trailer brakes first," which is
Piece of advice meant to make sure you don't fold the cab against the trailer.
Yep. What is that called?
Yeah, what is it called when you fold the cab against the trailer?
Yep. That's question 5. Didn't think you'd get driving school here, too.
Didn't think you'd get long trailer content here, did you?
Oh, boy.
Question number 6.
What a classic.
Works by Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele are considered the highlights of what Vienna Art Museum, built from the former summer palace of Prince Eugene of Savoy. The former summer palace, home to Prince Eugene of Savoy, is now the current site of what Vienna Art Museum that boasts homegrown artists Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele. What is the name of that Vienna Art Museum? Probably the country's most eminent. That is question number 6.
Question number 7. After first hitting the charts with a #1 duet, what singer released a self-titled 1982 album that launched the top 5 singles, Truly, You Are, and My Love? Once again, after first hitting the charts with a #1 duet, what singer released a self-titled 1982 album that launched the top 5 singles, Truly, You Are, and My Love? What singer is that? That's question number 7.
And your last one of the night already is question number 8. A young Michelle Trachtenberg starred as the title character in what 1996 film? An adaptation of a Louise Fitzhugh novel, and the first feature film produced by Nickelodeon Movies. What 1996 film starring Michelle Trachtenberg as the title character was the first film produced by Nickelodeon Movies? That's question number 8, and it's time now for recap.
Question number 1. In what absurdist 1960 drama does the character Berenger deliver the final line, "I'm not capitulating," as the only holdout in a French village where the townspeople mysteriously transform into the title animals? What is that 1960 absurdist drama? That's question 1.
Question number 2, in terms of total area, Sicily and Sardinia are the largest islands in the Mediterranean Sea. The next 3 largest at number 3, number 4, and number 5 also start with the same initial letter, but that letter is not S. Name all 3 of those islands. 3 answers required. That's question number 2. Should have been question number 3.
Question number 3. It's personal. I wanted to do something to honor a senior who I'm inspired by, what they do on the floor and what they do on the classroom. This is how what lead CBS broadcaster describes their tradition of giving away a necktie at the conclusion of the NCAA men's basketball tournament. What CBS broadcaster gives away a necktie at the conclusion of the NCAA men's basketball tournament? That's question 3.
Question number 4. Why Women Kill and Devious Maids were both created by what writer and producer best known for Desperate Housewives? What writer and producer created the series Why Women Kill, Devious Maids, and Desperate Housewives? That's a simple question number 4.
Question number 5. The following slide shows Desi Arnaz receiving a driving instruction with specific attention to the phrase "trailer brakes first," a piece of advice meant to prevent what situation in which the vehicle skids and the trailer goes right in the back. So
That's what happens.
Yep,
That's what
it
happens.
is. So what is that called when the trailer goes right into the back of the car? That's question number 5.
Just fold together.
Yeah.
It's real hard to get that undone.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 6. Works by Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele are considered the highlights of what Vienna Art Museum, built from the former summer palace of Prince Eugene of Savoy. Again, the former summer palace, once home to Prince Eugene of Savoy, is now the current site of what eminent Vienna Art Museum, known for boasting homegrown artists Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele. That's question number 6. Name that museum.
And question number 7. After first hitting the charts with a #1 duet, what singer released a self-titled 1982 album that launched the top 5 singles, Truly, You Are, and My Love? What singer released a 1982 self-titled album that launched the top 5 singles, Truly, You Are, and My Love? That's question 7.
Dan, I'm pretty sure the title of that deep dive was what? Can anyone here throw the ball or something like that? I think that was one of the episodes.
Yeah.
The one on the Falcons. Question number 8, your last one. A young Michelle Trachtenberg starred as the title character in what 1996 film? An adaptation of a Louise Fitzhugh novel, and the first film produced by Nickelodeon Movies. What is the name of that 1996 film? The first one produced by Nickelodeon Movies. All right, bringing you back to the beginning so that we can show you those questions one more time as we put on the countdown timer. and we run it back with some music. Good luck, everybody. We will see you soon. Please hit up the Venmo and PayPal if you're feeling generous. Thank you to Claire Fisher, who has been the only donor so far. Venmo is at McKinney-Sizemore, and PayPal is ksizemore@hotmail.com.
Best of luck, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
What he said. All right. Here we go with the answers to round number 5. We have some interesting ones. We got some socials. We got, I think, might have a solo get. There's some interesting things here. So, starting now with question number 1. TJ.
Question number 1. In what absurdist 1960 drama does the character Berenger deliver the final line, "I'm not capitulating," as the only holdout in a French village where the townspeople mysteriously transform into the title animals? That is the rhinoceros.
That is the rhinoceros. Hold on one second.
The rhinoceros says. What's up?
Interesting. Question number 2. In terms of total area, Sicily and Sardinia are the largest islands in the Mediterranean Sea. We asked you to name the next 3 largest, all of which start with the same letter.
You did real well.
And you had no problem getting Cyprus, Corsica, and Crete. Very, very well done, everybody.
You did real good.
Yeah, you did.
Question number 3. It's a personal tradition. I wanted to do something to honor a senior who I'm inspired by. What they do on the floor, what they do in the classroom. This is how what lead CBS broadcaster describes their tradition of giving away a necktie at the conclusion of NCAA men's basketball tournament. That is Jim Nance, and that is Ryan Archtanakano.
That is absolutely the case. Nance hasn't given away a necktie in 6 years, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing COVID year was COVID year.
Yeah, but a lot of articles were written about how it was just a way for basically him to have a little bit more say in what happened, so I guess he kind of stopped doing it after that. Which,
interesting.
It's interesting, yeah.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Question number 4. Why Women Kill and Devious Maids were both created by what writer and producer best known for Desperate Housewives? That is Mark Cherry. I wanted to use the Mark Cherry scene from Arrested Development, but even with cropping, like, it just seemed weird for him to be poking out from behind his curtains in the middle of the slide. Like, what's up over there? No. Don't need that.
And question number 5. The following slide shows Desi Arnaz receiving driving instructions with specific attention given to the phrase
Trailer brakes first.
Yep. A piece of advice meant to prevent what situation in which a vehicle skids and the trailer hits right up behind. That's when you jackknife it.
Yep, jackknifing. The cab gets folded against the trailer like that. I mean,
fuggled it.
That looks
looks
hard.
awful.
That looks hard.
That
That
looks
looks like a
awful.
bad day.
Yeah,
Yep,
it looks
jackknife
pretty
is what
awful.
we're looking for there. Question number 6. Works by Gustav Klimt and Egon Schiele are considered the highlights of what Vienna Art Museum? Built on the site of the former Summer Palace that belonged to Prince Eugene of Savoy. Give me just 1 second. I'm pulling up the answers that people sent in. This is the Belvedere Museum, which I believe 2 teams got right. I got a bunch of guesses for like the Kunstmuseum, which I then looked up. There is not a Kunstmuseum in Austria. So I think it might have just been a straight up hard question. Not that we made a mistake. It was just a straight up hard question.
It's just a hard boy. Question number 7. After first hitting the charts with a number 1 duet, what singer released a self-titled 1982 album that launched the top 5 singles? Truly, You Are My Love. That would be a little Lionel Richie.
That is Lionel Richie. Yeah, I didn't know this, but apparently the first song that Lionel Richie had enter the Billboard charts as a solo artist
yep.
was Endless Love with Diana Ross. Summarily, the first number 1 Lionel Richie had as a solo artist was
Endless Love.
Endless Love with Diana Ross.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that the only 3 singles released off of the Lionel Richie self-titled
Really sound like they go together.
Truly, You Are My Love.
Yep.
Aw. Thanks, Lionel. I appreciate that. I needed that today, Lionel. Thank you. All right. Here we go, TJ. Round it out. Even though
It's your question.
it is.
Yep.
Question number 8. A young Michelle Trachtenberg starred as the title character in what 1996 film? An adaptation of a Louise Fitzhugh novel and the first feature film produced by Nickelodeon Movies. How did that one go? It was Dunkled. I thought it would be. That is Harriet the Spy. Well done to everybody who got that. TJ, what does it look like?
It looks like this. In tied for 7th place with 30 points, we have Team Not a Podcast and Harkonnen, The Angels Sing. Tied for 5th place with 34 points, we have Third Podium and Drake East Amazon Pathogen. 4th place, 41 points for Team Coast to Coast. 3rd place, 43 points for Super Karate Monkey Death Car. 2nd place, 44 points for Back It Up. And pipping them at the post by a single solitary point is pouring out a 40-ounce coffee for James Michael Tyler. Congratulations, and pour that 40-ouncer because you got the W today.
For sure. Congratulations, everybody, for playing on tonight, and thank you to everybody for playing on tonight, and congratulations to our winners. I would also like to say thank you to Claire Fisher and Kent Buxton, who have both contributed tonight in tipping. Your fine cephalopod hosts.
Yep.
Your cephalopodcasters.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway. If you feel like chipping in and have the means to do so, please hit us up at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore or use PayPal, ksizemore at hotmail.com. You can do that. We'll leave this up for about another 10 or 15 minutes.
And a reminder, we will not have a game next Monday. It will be on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a spoopy game.
Yep, we'll have a nice spooky game for you on Halloween night. Please join us for that. Should be tons of fun. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I know a lot of people feel like they can say that. I can definitely say that as well.
You're a Haunted Mansion kid.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We'll leave it up for another 10, 15 minutes so you can hit up those handles if you have the means to do so. And enjoy your evening. We'll see you next week.
Have a great night.
Bye.